Hello students, welcome to AKS. Today we will deal with the gist of PIB for the second week of August. So, government brings resolution to repeal Article 370 of the Constitution. The Union Minister for Home Affairs introduced two bills and two resolutions regarding Jammu and Kashmir. These are as follows: the Constitution Application to Jammu and Kashmir Order 2019, which is issued by the President of India to supersede the 1954 order related to Article 370. Next, resolution for repeal of Article 370 of the Constitution of India. Now let us look into the two bills which were passed. The Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Bill 2019 with reference to Article 3 of the Constitution of India, and then the Jammu and Kashmir Reservation Second Amendment Bill 2019. So, the crux of these resolutions is that the special provisions under Article 370 of the Constitution, which were hitherto bestowed upon the state of Jammu and Kashmir, granting it a special status, is no longer available. Thus, from now on, after the President's notification, J&K would be treated on par with other states and union territories of the country. Next, workshop and role of technology in reuniting missing children and trafficked person. A one-day workshop was organized jointly by the National Crime Records Bureau of the Ministry of Home Affairs in collaboration with the Indian Police Foundation on 5th of August 2019. So, for this workshop, Shri K.V. Epen, the Secretary for Department of Administrative Reforms and Public Grievances, inaugurated the workshop. He highlighted the increase of use of biometrics by the police around the world and emphasized the need to use advanced technologies to aid investigation by the police. In this workshop, the keynote address was delivered by Professor Nishchal Verma of IIT Kanpur. So, it was deliberated in the workshop regarding the use of biometric by law enforcement agencies for the identification of persons. The use of biometrics is not a new practice in the law enforcement. However, it was not as technologically advanced as present day applications. The rise of computing and electronics have greatly assisted biometric applications to become faster, more secure, and accurate. The use of biometrics has become a necessity in today's complex world. Also, it was emphasized that with the use of biometrics, law enforcement agencies can also locate large number of persons, especially children who are reportedly missing. Similarly, unidentified found persons and unidentified dead bodies can also be matched using the biometrics with the existing records of missing persons and unidentified found persons. In a large population, it is the only mechanism to provide an accurate match and help people in reuniting their families. Also, the use of facial recognition technology for various applications, stressing upon the importance of identifying tools which would greatly facilitate investigation of crime and detection of criminals and provide information for reuniting missing children and trafficked persons can also be undertaken. However, the National Crime Records Bureau has also clarified the doubts expressed by many people that related to the security breach, reliability, and privacy of individuals being hampered while implementing the automated facial recognition system. The NCRB said that the automated facial recognition system will not work on public databases. The next news item states that the Cabinet Secretary chairs the NCMC meeting to review the flood situation in the states of Maharashtra, Karnataka, Kerala, and Gujarat. So, a meeting of the National Crisis Management Committee was chaired by the Cabinet Secretary to review the prevailing flood situation in these states. So, what is this National Crisis Management Committee? A National Crisis Management Committee has been constituted in the Cabinet Secretariat. The Cabinet Secretary is the chairman of the committee. So, when a situation is to be handled by the National Crisis Management Committee, it will give such directions to the crisis management of the group of ministry as deemed necessary. So that is a basic functionality of NCMC. So now let us look into what is this crisis management group. There shall be a crisis management group for dealing with matters relating to relief in the wake of major natural calamities. So a relief commissioner would be the chairman of this crisis management group of the ministry. This crisis management group will meet at least twice in a year in the months of December or January and in the month of May or June, and as often as may be required by the Relief Commissioner. The crisis management group will review every year the contingency plans formulated by the central ministries or departments. It will also coordinate the activities of the central ministries and the state governments in relation to disaster preparedness and relief. Next, the Union HRD Minister will launch the Samagra Siksha Jal Suraksha drive to create awareness about water conservation among school students in the country. Let us look into the more details of this program. It is a time-bound campaign with a mission mode approach. This concept of water conservation is essential for students so that they can understand the importance of water and how it is shaping their lives meaningfully, thereby enabling them to participate in the water conservation activities in their day-to-day lives. Also, Ministry of Human Resource Development has launched the Samagra Siksha Jal Suraksha drive to promote water conservation activities for school students so that they can become competent, conscientious, and committed water citizens of our nation. So, what are the major objectives of this program? The major objectives of the program are to educate students to learn about conservation of water, to sensitize students about the impact of scarcity of water, and also to empower students to learn to protect the natural sources of water, and to help every student to save at least 1 liter of water per day. It also seeks to encourage students towards judicious use and minimum wastage of water at home and at school level. Next, World Biofuel Day is observed every year on 10th of August to create awareness about the importance of non-fossil fuels as an alternative to the conventional fossil fuels, and also to highlight the various efforts made by the government in the biofuel sector. The Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas will organize the World Biofuel Day on 10th of August 2019 at the Vigyan Bhavan in New Delhi. The theme for this year was the production of biofuel from used cooking oil. So this was the theme of the World Biofuel Day. So please remember this theme. So let us look into what is the need for biofuels. So biofuels have the benefits of reduction of import dependence of India. They also promote a cleaner environment as they are non-fossil fuels, and it also generates an additional source of income to farmers, and it also helps in employment generation. The biofuel program also complements the government of India's Make in India initiative Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, and also supports farmers to gain greater income. A number of initiatives have been undertaken to increase the production and blending of biofuels since the year 2014. In India, the same cooking oil is used for repeated frying, which adversely affects the health of the people poor due to formation of polar compounds during frying. These polar compounds are associated with diseases such as hypertension, Alzheimer's disease, and liver diseases, among others. Also, this used cooking oil is either not discarded at all or disposed of in an environmentally hazardous manner, thus choking drains and the sewerage systems. So, that is about the harmful impacts of the used cooking oil. So, the National Policy on Biofuels, which was released by the Government of India in the year 2018, envisages the production of biofuel from the UCO. Also, the Food Safety and Standards Authority of India is implementing a strategy to divert the UCO from the food value chain and thus curb current illegal usage. The benefits of transformation of UCO will help bring benefits as there would be no recycling of the used cooking oil. Thus, employment generation, infrastructure investment in rural areas, and cleaner environment will reduce the carbon footprint. Okay. Next, the Niti Aayog will launch the fourth edition of Women Transforming India Awards. So, this Women Transforming India Awards is being organized by Niti Aayog in collaboration with the United Nations to recognize women entrepreneurs from across India. This year's theme is Women and Entrepreneurship, in continuation of the theme for WTI Awards 2018. The Women Entrepreneurship Platform is a Government of India initiative by the Niti Aayog so as to promote and support aspiring as well as established women entrepreneurs in India so as to assist them and handhold them in their journey from starting to scaling up as well as expanding their startups and ventures. So, next, Consumer Protection Bill gets the parliamentary approval. So, the Parliament recently gave its nod for the landmark Consumer Protection Bill 2019, which aims to protect the rights of consumers by establishing authorities for timely and effective administration as well as settlement of consumer disputes. What is the significance of the bill? The bill will replace the more than 3 decades old Consumer Protection Act of 1986. The new bill will provide a better mechanism to dispose consumer complaints in a speedy manner and thus will help in disposal of a large number of pending cases in consumer courts. It also seeks setting up of Central Consumer Protection Authority CCPA so as to promote, protect and enforce the rights of consumers as a class. Okay, so the bill is recognizing the whole consumer community as a class who deserve certain rights. Okay, also the Central Consumer Protection Authority would make interventions so as to prevent consumer detriment arising from unfair trade practices. The agency can initiate class action, including enforcement of recall, refund, and return of products. Also, the bill envisages a simplified dispute resolution process and has provision for mediation and e filing of cases. The consumer will be able to file cases in the nearest commission under the jurisdiction of which he resides. For the first time, there will be an exclusive law dealing with the product liability. What is this? A manufacturer or product service provider or product service seller will now be responsible to compensate the consumer for the injury or damage caused by defective product or deficiency in services. Next, National Handloom Day celebrations to be held on August 7th. So, the fifth National Handloom Day was presided over by the Union Minister of Textiles, Women and Child Development. The main event was held in Bhubaneswar of Odisha. Bhubaneswar has been chosen as the venue for the main event due to its rich tradition of handlooms. So, let us look into some statistics over here. More than 50% of the total weaver population in India resides in the eastern and northeastern regions, and here, most of them in the handloom sector are women. So, this is one of the important reasons why a special thrust is being given on the handloom sector. The prime objective of holding the National Handloom Day in Bhubaneswar is to empower women and girls. The National Handloom Day seeks to focus on the contribution of handloom to the socio-economic development of the country and also increase the income of the weavers. August 7th was chosen as the National Handloom Day so as to commemorate the Swadeshi movement, which was launched on this day in the year 1905 in the Calcutta Town Hall to protest against the partition of Bengal by the British government. The movement had aimed at reviving the domestic products and the production process. So that's about the significance why August 7th is celebrated as the National Handloom Day. Thank you. Have a good day.